It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Here alongside Tim Legler and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson with Ali LaForce joining us courtside. All right, a moment to check out some numbers for Bam Adebayo.
And he's gone cold over the last 10 games, guys. His scoring numbers are down, and he can't seem to get out of this rough patch. He's got to get himself going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
All right, now let's check out the starters for the Miami Heat. Bam Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Tyler Hero, then it's Norman Powell, and it's Mitchell in at the 1 spot. And for Indiana, they've got Andrew Nembhard. He's out there with Aaron Nesmith. And it's Huff in at the 5 down low. And this is a tough time of the season, Grant. A few months in with a few months to go.
Yeah, B.A. You know, for the players, this is when they start to feel the grind of the regular season. A lot of the guys are dealing with nagging fatigue or mental weariness.
Now here's Powell. He just couldn't put it together in that loss to Indiana. Mitchell, good.
As pretty much any coach, that's how he'd like to start the game.
Here's Nembhard. In the game against Miami, very impressive. And he lobs it up to the rim. And it's Miami's ball. All right, let's get a report from Ali.
Earlier, I spoke with Rick Carlisle. Coach brought up the challenges that Bam Adebayo poses on both ends. He told me offensively, Bam doesn't force much. He gets his points within the flow of the offense. He's a great finisher and facilitator. And defensively, he can guard anybody. He might be the most versatile defender in the league. Back to you.
Good job there, Ali. Thanks. There's Nesmith with the 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Powell. And Powell with the stuff.
It's very difficult to slow him down defensively, especially when you have communication problems.
And here's Indiana now. And Grant, while most didn't expect it, last season the Pacers made the 2nd NBA Finals appearance in their franchise's history.
Yeah, B.A., there's so much belief right now in that locker room. They never feel like they're out of a game, and that makes them dangerous.
Now here's Powell, a guy this team turns to often, averaging almost 24 a game. Outside Mitchell. Shot clock at 5. Back to Powell. From deep. The shot, no good. The Pacers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Nesmith. Can't connect from short range. And there's the lob. Oh, got a piece of it. And now Indiana on the fast break. And Siakam with the slam.
Yeah, going up and finishing. Tremendous display of athleticism by Siakam.
Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Wiggins outside. There's the triple. Pacers with a rebound. They're coming off that win against the Heat.
They were allowed to ramp up their offense as the defense they faced was barely present.
Yeah, they didn't play down to the level of their opponent. That's not an easy thing to pull off, but they certainly were focused in this one.
Here's Furphy. He had 10 points in the win against Miami.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Heat trail by 6. Wiggins outside. Back to Mitchell. Pass to Powell. Miami moving it around. Hero outside. Launches a 3, and he buries his first look.
Well, after giving up that 3 on one end, Tyler Hero was hunting an answer.
Mitchell against Nembhard. Outside Nesmith. Siakam, right side. Shoots over Wiggins. And good, as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Using focus and balance to convert jumpers, wow. Siakam has really improved his shooting. Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Pacers leading by 3. Nembhard, right side. Pass to Huff. Siakam outside. And it's all from three-point range.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Grant, since he's coming to the league, what's jumped out to you about Hero's development?
Well, I've liked seeing his growth in running the pick and roll. He's not just a jump shooter anymore. He's a guy that can anchor an offensive unit, B.A.
And the defensive versatility of Bam Adebayo is special, Tim.
Yeah, B.A., he can guard 1 through 5, and his offensive game is also versatile. Think about how far he's come since he was drafted. He is a testament to work ethic.
Some changes for Indiana. Walker, he's checked in for Furphy, and T.J. McConnell subbed in for Nesmith. A big group substitution here for Miami. Ware's checked in for Wiggins. Jaquez comes in for Powell. Larson's checked in for Tyler Hero. And it's Smith in for Mitchell. First one falls for him. And no question, Bam Adebayo, one of the best all-around big men in the league.
Yeah, even as his efficiency has waned just a bit in recent years, he remains steady Eddie on a nightly basis. A two-way player who gives you a little of everything.
He's off on the second, and even as the Heat look to go younger, this is not a team with an appetite for lengthy rebuilds, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. But one advantage they possess, when star players around the league ponder a change of scenery, Miami certainly has some great views.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And we got some point guards here who have been on fire over the past month. Number 1, T.J. McConnell.
And the name of the game is efficiency, especially at the point. I mean, to shoot at that clip says a lot about his skill level.
Well, it speaks directly to his basketball IQ. As their floor leader, he's always out there making the right decision.
And that one falls for McConnell. And Tim, some have said that the hardcore Heat culture doesn't work in today's league.
Well, there certainly is a different mindset in the modern player. And the Heat organization was always known for working players the hardest. But now they have to ease back, but still be tougher than most.
Jovic, he's checked in for Miami. Yakachonis comes in for Smith. Heat trail by 4. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first quarter. Outside Jaquez, pass to Larson. The 3-ball doesn't go for him. The Pacers have gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. Siakam, the pass to McConnell. Nembhard for 3. Rebounded by Jovic.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Yakachonis. Pass to Jovic. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Just a strong finish there, guys.
Hey, needed just one hand to do it. .41 seconds left in the first. On the wing, Nembhard. And here's Walker. Jaquez covers. Fades away. Walker's shot is off.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
Here's Yakachonis. Yet to see a basket. The 3 is up. And he can't get that one. Siakam, right side. He got it up. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
And just nails the 3. Way to close the quarter.
And with the clock almost at 0, great awareness on his part.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Indiana ahead. They lead by 5. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Indiana.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Well, from the start, they've been making quality passes offensively, and that is reflected in their assist numbers.
We've got Jarris Walker. Shepard is out there with T.J. McConnell. Then it's Jackson, and it's Potter in at the center position. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Miami Heat's head coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing, so you can impose their will longer than the other team. Guys, back to you.
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Heat trail by 7. Here's Larson. Still no points. Pass to Jaquez. Clock at 6. Here's Larson from the arc. The rebound by Jackson.
You know, all the credit goes to the defender. Very hard to contest threes without fouling.
Back to McConnell. Kicks it out to Jackson. Now here's McConnell. Nice shot from the wing. And now it's a 9-point Indiana lead.
It took a lot of confidence to take that shot.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Some changes for Indiana. Pascal Siakam, he's checked in for Potter. Furphy comes in for Walker. And Aaron Nesmith subbed in for Shepard. Hero, he's checked in for Miami. Second quarter basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. And Legs, more and more, we're seeing teams investing in player development. What's behind that?
Well, for one thing, more teams understand that your development staff doesn't count toward the cap, so you're open-ended in that regard. And there are teams now looking for an edge by investing in areas where they're not constrained.
Winning on the margins, man. Here's Siakam following the three-point basket by Miami. Pass to Jackson, 6 to shoot. A nice passing by Indiana here. Siakam hit from downtown.
Yeah, how about Siakam right there, coming right back and sinking the three?
Powell surveying the D. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Here's McConnell coming in off 12 points in his last outing. Pass to Furphy, back to McConnell. Outside Nesmith. Siakam outside. Now Jackson. Ware covers. Fades back. Larson with a rebound.
And he can't let that get to him. He should have made it, but he's got to focus on the next one.
Driving in. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
It looked like a let-up from the team in the lead.
Huff checked in for Indiana. Nimhart comes in for McConnell. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Miami. Wiggins comes in for Larson. Pacers leading by 5. Nimhart, right side. Outside Nesmith. Pass to Siakam. Excellent D there from Wiggins.
Well, they did a great job putting a body on him, and they didn't allow him to convert.
For 3, Powell. The rebound by Nesmith. For Indiana, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Here's Nimhart. And a two-handed jam!
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. And so Hero will bring it up for the Miami Heat. They trail by 7. The Pacers beat them last time when these two met at Indianapolis.
They got crushed the last time they faced this team, and they only have themselves to blame.
They just committed too many mistakes. It was impossible to overcome.
A tireless worker at both ends. Adebayo imposing his will that time on the offensive glass.
Pass to Neesmith. Here's Furphy, averaging around 5 points a game. He buries it from 3. Furphy's got 6.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now here's Hero. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
And don't forget about his work on the boards. He was doing the dirty work as well.
Yeah, in a battle of physicality, Adebayo tends to get the best of you.
This will be his 3rd free throw of the game. And the Heat with some changes. Ware's checked in for Jaquez, and Mitchell subbed in for Powell. Free throw's good, Adebayo. Pacers leading by 5. And 1:01 left to play in the second quarter. Now here's Nembhard. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game. Siakam, no good. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they'd like.
And I really can't see why they wouldn't. Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Indiana's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Nembhard for 3. Rebound by the Heat. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Now Ware. He's averaging more than 12 a game. A consistent threat on offense. Offensive board. Siakam looking it over. The inside look is good for the big man, Pascal Siakam.
Oh, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Indiana ahead, up 5. And Allie LaForce has something for us on the sidelines. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Coach Rick Carlisle. Coach, what's the message that you're going to deliver to the guys in the locker room?
You know, we just got to maintain energy. We're playing against a team that's a really good team. We got to keep turnovers down. We got to rebound.
Energy is something you can control. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot drum line. They're measuring up the shot. Give it up for our contestant.
Greetings, Shaq, Kenny, and EJ here as we tip off the show with a look at our mid-season Eastern Conference standings.
You take a look at the Heat, they're dealing with some challenges, no doubt about it. They have talent, but maybe not as much as they thought they had. The effort's been spotty. It's been a learning year for this organization.
And looking back on that first half, it certainly hasn't gone as planned for the Miami Heat.
Well, they're not settling for long jumpers. They're getting the ball into the paint. And you know I love that.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, you know what? I played with Akeem, too. I liked it.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Ryan Anderson.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Man, what can you say? Pascal Siakam, an impressive effort here today.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
and that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
Pacers leading by 5. Setting the floor for the Heat. Tyler Hero is out there with Mitchell. Then there's Powell. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Wiggins in at the 4. Nembhard, good.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Pass to Adebayo. Here's Hero. Yes! And it's Adebayo picking up the assist. Hero's got 5.
And around the basket, Tyler Hero is a very creative finisher.
Indiana's gotten 6 of 10 three-pointers to drop. Nembhard against Mitchell. Off, good.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Pascal Siakam's veteran presence is hugely valuable to this Pacers team. Coach Rick Carlisle said, quote, his experience is really important to us. He doesn't get rattled, his personality stays consistent, but things get frantic in games. He is a calming influence on our young players. Back to you.
The cagey veteran. Allie, thank you. Pacers leading by 6. On the wing, Nembhard. Checked by Mitchell. Nembhard, the pass to Nesmith. Takes a 3. Drains the triple. 9 points in the game.
If he gets any daylight out there, he is capable of knocking that shot down.
Back to Hero. Miami moving it around. Adebayo sets a screen. 6 on the shot clock. And Tyler Hero hits from deep. Hero's got 5 points now this quarter.
3 straight buckets to start the half. This is how they wanted to come out and execute.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. All right, let's have a look at the leaderboard to see which team scored the most points off turnovers this past month. Miami in second.
And lately, they've not only been forcing turnovers, but capitalizing on them on the other end, hustling hard to convert every time.
Indiana leading by 6. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. To the inside. Here's Siakam. And then Siakam with the jam.
Over time, we have seen Siakam blossom into a star. Someone who's comfortable shouldering the offense.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Miami Heat. You know, Grant, for a guy who started playing basketball at age 17, Siakam has put together quite the resume.
Yeah, B.A. Pascal is a champion. He's got multiple All-Star and All-NBA selections, and one of the great developmental stories when you think about his discovery through basketball without borders.
And here's Indiana now. Miami making their last shot. Nesmith passes to Nembhard. Drops in the 3. Nembhard's got 8 points.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Shot on the wing. Here's Wiggins. Oh, big-time finish by Wiggins.
Well, his team loves to see that. Wiggins attacking with force.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Pass to Huff. Siakam outside. Fades and shoots. And Indiana again with the bucket.
He has been in a great flow tonight, converting at a high rate.
Wiggins outside. Now Hero. Murphy grabs the miss.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Here's Nembhard. Pass to Murphy. Now Nesmith. Here's the 3. And the call will be against Andrew Nembhard.
Andrew Nembhard.
That's his first foul of the game.
At least the over-the-back call comes from playing hard, but you'd like to see him get better position.
You have to be smarter about reading situations. There was a body between him and the basketball.
Jackson, he's checked in for Pascal Siakam. And Miami with a change here too. Jaquez is checked in. Hero with the bucket.
Assistant, Norman Powell.
And the Pacers with possession here.
Minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Nembhard outside. Outside Neesmith. Pass to Furphy. Back to Jackson. And here's Neesmith. Shot clock at 6. Here's Huff. And Indiana again with the bucket. There's a minute 34 left to play in the third quarter here. Pulls up. Hero, no good. Indiana leading by 9. Here's Furphy to the middle. Here's Huff. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Huff's got 8 points.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
Wiggins, no good.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
Here's Nembhard. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Nembhard's got 8 points in the quarter.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's just good coaching. They have made the better adjustments.
Now here's Powell. Shot blocked. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Neesmith gets it to go.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from the inside.
Here's Hero. He's got 10. Will it go? It doesn't go for him. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Indiana ahead, up by 15. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. And meanwhile, Eric Spoelstra rallying the troops.
Trust it. Good to great. Good to great. Don't settle for average shots. Move it.
And Coach Spoelstra instructing his guys to look for the best option.
Yeah, there's no reason to rush any bad shots, especially with 24 seconds to work with.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Siakam and Jackson playing together in the front court. TJ McConnell is out there with Shepard, and it's Walker in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Now here's McConnell. Here's Jackson. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Well, every team is looking for wings who can defend multiple positions. Who's at the top of your list, Tim?
Yeah, I look at a guy like Lou Dort. Look at a guy like Jaden McDaniels. They've got length, a whole lot of want to, and they've got the ability to guard multiple positions.
First free throw is good. And so Jackson nails both of them. So it's Miami now. 17-point game. Here's Larson, and looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Indiana Pacers. On Monday, they'll be facing Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Brandon Ingram and the Toronto Raptors.
And for their matchup with the Pelicans, That's one that could easily go either way. A few mistakes could be the difference. I expect it to be a fun one.
Here's Siakam. Rebounded by Jovic.
Well, the defense was solid right there, but that's just a missed opportunity at the rim.
1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Powell for three. Siakam pulls down the board. And Siakam has got the ball here for the Pacers. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed.
No, he is a huge talent, and he's been hitting shots, but so have his teammates. It's been a collective effort.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Huff checked in for Indiana. And Miami with a change here, too. Tyler Hero's checked in for Jovic. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Hero outside. Where the screen. There's the three. And Hero with the three.
And what I love about his performance tonight, he started slow, but he refocused at halftime, and he has really picked it up.
Now here's Siakam. Pass to Shepard. McConnell from outside. Knocks it down from distance.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Here's Ware. Hero outside. Ware the screen. 4-3. Hero no good. Indiana leading by 19. Here's Shepard. Throws it up high. Stolen. In transition, here they come. Here's Larson. Cans it with nobody near him.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Pass to Huff. Here's Shepard for three. Sends it home from three-point land. Shepard's got his first 3 points of the game.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Got it. Shepard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, you want those shots anytime you can get a high percentage at the rim.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Time now to present our player of the game, Pascal Siakam.
Defensively, they were not prepared for his inside game. They were not able to deny him the ball, and once he got it, he was so quick and able to get to work. Just a masterful performance in the paint tonight.
You know, after a long and painful streak of losses, they needed this pick-me-up. He showed that it's never too late to play hard and get back in the win column. Miami has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Hero outside, beyond the arc, and the three-pointer goes.
And that's 4 from deep on the night, with 3 of them coming in this half.
Siakam with a screen on Mitchell. Nembhard, the pass to Siakam. No good on that one. 7 for 12 now. Heat trail by 19. Pass to Wiggins, back to Mitchell. Oh, the feathering touch. Dropped it right over the rim.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
For Indiana, they've gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. Nembhard fires. Ooh, the three doesn't go.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Nope.
And that leaves his coach scratching his head because you can't get a better look than that.
He launches. Hey, shooting the ball well. He's 5 for 9 in the game.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
One more miscommunication at the defensive end. Just brutal. It can't happen.
Now here's Mitchell. The kick out to Adebayo. And no one in the vicinity.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Pacers.
And it was dueling three-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And they earned win number 9. Each win so important in this league.
And with this victory, they have an edge in the season series at 2-1, with one more game to follow against this team.
22 was their biggest lead. Mitchell against Nembhard from downtown. Wiggins with a rebound. And Wiggins has got the ball here for the Miami Heat. It's a 16-point game. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Siakam outside. Gets the 3-ball to go.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Yeah, the atmosphere in this arena has been unbelievable. Great all-around effort by everyone to put this game away.
Fires for 3. No good on the shot. Nembhard for 3. Misses there. And so Indiana takes this one by a big margin. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
Being here.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce with the player of the game. Allie.
Pascal, these days you are called upon to carry this team. Does that bring added pressure?
This is a game that I love, and I just want to have fun playing the game. And I think, I got to just be myself. Like, don't get lost in everything going on. Be yourself. Play basketball, have fun. And, I'm just happy to be able to go out there and play hard.
Guys, he wants the pressure. Thanks, Pascal.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. With Tim Legler, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. And let's reveal our player of the game, Pascal Siakam.